The extraction shooters aren't a side trend, they're a genre under pressure. Arc Raiders just hosted a massive launch. On PC alone, it peaked over 350,000 concurrent players, according to SteamDB, making it one of the hottest contenders yet. With most reviews trending positive, albeit that one company, IGN, the question is, could this be a game that finally pushes extraction shooters into the mainstream? Well, I suppose to find out we need to go back to the psychology that fuels them and the games that build the genre. Why do these games hit harder than standard shooters? Because they weaponize loss aversion. In Call of Duty or Battlefield, death is a reset. In an extraction shooter, it's an erasure. Your gear, progress and pride is gone in an instant. There's a theory in psychology called prospect theory. This is where humans are said to feel losses twice as strongly as gains. And that's exactly why extraction triggers adrenaline. Asking the question, do you risk the fight for better loot, or bail and survive with what you already have? The emotional rollercoaster of fear, tension, relief is what keeps us coming back to them. But this extraction genre wasn't born overnight. Its modern roots traces back to Escape from Tarkov in 2017, a brutal realism-driven survival shooter that introduced the raid and extract loop to the mainstream. It's a PC exclusive set in a fictional Russian city where each raid drops up to 16 players plus AI scavs into massive open maps. You can go in solo or in a squad, but if you die you lose everything. What makes Tarkov legendary is its obsessive realism. Every bullet has true ballistics, limbs can bleed out or break, you need food and hydration to survive long raids, guns are customizable down to individual screws, and progression runs through traders and the flea market, a player-driven economy where every item matters. Players are drawn to Tarkov simply for its depth and intensity. Every choice carries real consequences. They also curse its frequent wipes, the cheaters, and punishing the learning curve. But despite all this, Tarkov continues to attract over 120,000 players, if not more, daily. That's astounding for a PC-only title. 2 years later, Hunt Showdown came. Crucially, Hunt brought the first extraction to consoles after its PC release in 2019, introducing the loop to a much wider audience. It's developed by Crytek, and Hunt drops you into the Louisiana Bayou era of 1896, with up to 12 players in a game, the modes solo, duo or trios. The premise of the game is you can use Darksight to gather 3 clues that reveal a boss's location. In turn, every other team is doing the same, and this funnels all hunters towards the same encounter, thus making every game action-packed. If you get to the location, you kill the boss, start the banish, and pick up the bounty and try to extract, gaining you additional XP, but in doing so, everyone in the entire map knows where you are. Now you're the target. Crytek's CryEngine is remarkable, from its beautiful environments to its unmatched 3D audio. Distant shots, footsteps, tree mud, crows exploding into the air, each sound can give you away. It's a game of paranoia, where sound is both your weapon and your undoing. On Steam, recent 30-day averages sit all around 16,000. Console numbers aren't published, but would add on top of this. 6 years on, its player base is smaller but incredibly loyal, and this just proves that great design outlives trends. Now in 2025, Arc Raiders is positioning itself as the next step, a cinematic third-person cross-platform evolution aiming to bring this niche genre to a wider audience. You drop from the hub city of Speranza into vast open zones filled with mechanical arcs and rival raider squads. You can go in solo, duos or a squad of 3. You gather resources, complete contracts for traders and extract before the 30-minute timer runs out, hoping to find legendary loot and progress your raider in the process. The world in the game feels alive, from its dynamic weather, colossal machinery and unpredictable firefights. It makes every drop feel cinematic. Unlike Tarkov's seasonal wipes, Arc Raiders' progression persists across seasons. Embark wants its players to form long-term attachments instead of dreading resets. Even for thrill seekers, there's even an optional prestige system, resetting for greater rewards. It is praised in delivering the atmosphere, its weapon handling and PvE/PvP blend. The crisp gunplay and the smooth movement and stunning visuals all add to it. But its biggest criticism comes with its menus. Crafting and trading in Speranza can feel like homework, multiple steps just to build or to sell a weapon. On console especially, it's dreading. The interface is clunky, You spend more time sorting out inventory than fighting orcs. I feel streamlining this would transform the experience of the game, adding clearer tags on materials, better loot value indicators, quick build loadout presets, smoother trader flow, even basic resource sharing in the hub. Alongside this, the material costs are steep too. A few bad raids can wipe your currency faster than you can earn it, punishing newcomers or maybe even deterring them. Right now, it's not the combat slowing orc raiders down, it's simply the downtime between raids and a cluttered UI system. If Embark can streamline that loop while keeping the depth, it'll turn frustration into flow. But this isn't unfixable. Hunt Showdown launched with a similar confusing UI and menus, yet Crytek refined it over time through consistent updates. If Embark follows the same path, listening, iterating and simplifying, Arc Raiders could reach the same long-term polish and loyal following. There is also some questions of enemy balance. At the moment, the Arcs, especially flying units like the Wasps and Rocketeers, hit like tanks, and many players, and myself included, found myself being wiped out by AI while trying to gauge other players. If Embark wants to bridge the gap between hardcore and casual audiences, enemy strength may need fine-tuning. Arc simply aims to merge Tarkov's depth with Hunt's readability, but to truly succeed, it must remove the friction that's holding it back. That balance between intensity in the field and simplicity in the menus. This will decide whether Arc Raiders becomes the genre's next benchmark. And recently Embark published a massive thank you article, outlining exactly what they are fixing prior to the release. And now, here's the thing, did they deliver what they said? Well, they confirmed major improvements in 4 key areas. Stability. Players helped pinpoint cross-platform issues, now patched ahead of launch. Flying orcs. Their vision was too strong, allowing them to see through trees and bushes, and this has now been nerfed for fairer combat. The Dam Tower. Loot was too easy to access in Dam battlegrounds. Routes have now been tightened for better challenge. And visual balance. Performance presets shifted during testing. Embark is returning to rebalancing fidelity and frame rate. Notably absent were changes to enemy damage and in-game economy, 2 of the biggest player concerns. Maybe Embark believes the difficulty is right, or maybe they're still collecting data. The important thing is they're listening, and I suppose we will see in the next patches will they show whether or not the feedback loops in. And this brings us to the bigger question, where does Arc Raiders fit in the future of extraction shooters? The genre is evolving faster than ever. Other games such as Bungie's Marathon and Bohemia's Grey Zone Warfare all build on the same formula as Tarkov. But Arc Raiders marks the first real attempt to bring the extraction formula to a truly mainstream audience across multiple platforms. Its cinematic third-person design, persistent progression and cross-platform structure could make extraction shooters as recognisable as battle royales. If Embark gets the balance right, Arc Raiders could bridge the gap between hardcore pain and casual thrill, the moment the genre finally goes mainstream. If not, it'll be another ambitious project that flew too close to the sun. Either way, the next few months could redefine what extraction shooters will be, or can be. Whether Arc Raiders succeeds or fails, the genre has never been stronger, and players have never had more to lose. And so what do you think? Is Arc Raiders the future of extraction shooters, or is it just another flash of hype? Drop your thoughts below, and if you found the video helpful, drop a like too, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.